Like, I don't feel like I can tell you, like, honestly how I feel a lot because, like, you are so, like, emotional, which isn't, like, a bad thing, but it's like, I don't want to feel like, oh my God, Lydia's going to take this the wrong way.
Hey everyone, I'm so sorry. I was debating whether to upload episode 9 review, but then I thought, hey, why not? I'm sorry, I was very unwell last week, so I was behind on my reviews. And anyway, I'm now catching up with Love is Blind. So in this episode, I'll be reviewing Love is Blind, season 5, episode 9. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. It's your girl Valerie. So in this episode, you have the brides to be and the grooms to be going to get their sort of suits and their wedding dresses, and Renee is there. Apparently Renee was engaged to Chris, if I'm not mistaken, but there were some issues. This is why they were not shown, and I think she's suing her ex-fiance, the show, the producers, and everyone because of something that happened. So she's sitting there. They started showing her. I don't know whether it's because she kicked off or something's happened. That's why they're showing up. Because in the previous episodes, we didn't get to see her up until there was that event where, there was a meet together with the Pod Squad team. And so she's there. She doesn't really say much. Nick and Vanessa obviously meet with the brides and the groom. And so at this point, we only have Lydia and Stacy being the ones trying out the gowns. And Stacy's family, I know the mom says Easy is now part of the family, but I don't get that impression. I still get some sort of tension. I don't quite understand that relationship between Izzy and Stacy. At times, you're like, oh my God, they're amazing together. And then at times, you're like, oh, what's going on here? So I don't know. I wish them all the best and I hope they work out. But I don't know. You have Milton. Milton is really in love, surprisingly, given their 6 year age gap. He seems to be in love with Lydia. He seems to be trying to do a lot of things to change and be the best version of himself. He said he normally just speaks before he thinks, and now he has to stop and think of Lydia before he says anything. He enjoys, his relationship and the fact that she's sort of opening up his emotional side and is able to sort of I think self-reflect before he says most of his things, which his friends sort of agreed with him that before he just used to speak. I think they're the surprise breakout couple of the season. You would never have expected it, but it seems Lydia brings out the emotional side of Milton, and Milton brings the calmer side of Lydia out of her. So I really love that for them, and I love love. So wherever people find it, I'm happy. Yes, I might have some misgivings, but I'm still happy. Well, I think the producers must have had a very big budget because Izzy then takes Stacy on a date. And so, it's to view this private jet and then they take to the skies. And it's like, oh my God. Because they've cut down and they've only got two couples, they must have. Well, apparently there are three up until the vows, so because they've only got three couples, I would assume they were looking for a lot of material to fill the order from Netflix. So, well, it seemed cute. They're always very awkward and very. I don't know. I don't know whether it's Stacey's insecurities that cause her to sort of want to make everything a joke and behave in the way she behaves, just because at times it doesn't make sense. At times it doesn't make sense. The fact that she was, oh, what if I fall? Oh, this, that, and the other. And Izzy's like, oh, I arranged this because her family said she likes to fly first class and stuff. And it's like, well, Netflix arranged this, or Netflix budget allowed you to arrange this. What will you arrange for her once Netflix and their budget go away? Afterwards they have a date, a dinner in the hangar, and they seem really happy for what it seems. They seem very happy. They're excited that they're getting married in 2 days' time. And for me, Izzy and Stacy have been quite a mystery in the sense that I still can't quite understand how they got to proposal. given how easy maneuvered throughout the pods and how Stacy was always very standoffish. So I'm surprised that they are where they are. They say they complement one another. Stacy makes it known that her family prefers Izzy to her, which, good for him. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But for them, it was a cute date, though. It was a cute date. But there's still something a bit off for me. Oh my God, I love Milton. I really love Milton. I love how emotionally mature he is, emotionally intelligent, how articulate he is, how analytical he is, how self reflective he is. Oh my God, I could go on forever. He sat down with his sister for lunch, just because his sister and his mother really grilled Lydia. I'm surprised she didn't come back and say we're done. So the sister was asking, how did she think, it went? And she said, it was very intense, but I thought it was going to be worse. And I think this scared the sister, like, oh my God, how terrible do you think we are? And I like the fact that Milton is able to recognize the qualities that Lydia and her family that could enhance him as a person, and how sort of he moves forward. The sister did agree that we're not a very emotional family where people, I think I said this in my previous review, that they appear as though they're a highly intelligent family who are very academic and very sort of analytical of data and stuff. So the idea that they now have to sort of relax, it comes across like, if you've watched The Big Bang Theory, it's like Sheldon is looking for someone to make him feel more human, as in to make him or help him tap into his feelings, into his emotions, and sort of be able to function better as a well-rounded person in society. That's the impression that I got. And I love the fact that Milton told his sister that we all know that even if all of you said don't marry her, if I wanted to, I'll still go ahead and marry her, regardless of what everybody else said. And him standing his ground and him, backing Lydia up, I think is the reason why the sister was like, okay, we're coming to the wedding then. It is what it is. And I love this for Lydia. This is the type of man that she needs. I wish Uche was half the man that Milton is. Then he would be an amazing catch for someone. Well, Izzy and Stacy were packing, and it was so tense. You could tell something wasn't right. And then eventually they started talking sort of in riddles. They wouldn't come out and say exactly what happened. But from what I got, I thought it was credit card fraud. I thought he had stolen money from someone, or he had stolen someone's card or something. And so for them to say, the thing is, apparently he owed 3,500, and so they were very vague. I know money was a big thing for Stacy, because Stacy said she wants someone who loves her for her and not her money. So it could be, because I thought initially that's the reason why Izzy wanted to, out of the three girls that he was interested in, because she was financially stable and he knew, he would be sorted and he would be moving into her place and stuff, only for her to find out he's got bad credit. And for him to say, I was waiting until we had a formal conversation. They went to Mexico. He should have told her in Mexico. They came back from Mexico. He should have told her. When his mom came, he should have told her. When the cameras were not there, he should have told her. Only for him to wait until 2 days before their wedding. I think Stacey's family investigated him. That's the impression that I get. I think her family investigated him and realized that he's in a lot of debt. He's way over his head. And I think they were worried that all he wanted was her money. And so him being in debt proved her right. They do make up and kiss, but it's left a bad taste in Stacey's mouth. You can see, because she says, oh, we're okay, but I don't think so. Because I don't think that she likes the idea of having to look after him, given the fact that her dad said, love at times wants first class. So hey, we'll see what it is. If anyone has any doubts as to why Milton and Lydia are good for one another, their conversation in the museum is, I think, a true reflection of who they are as a couple. I hope they're able to weather the storm. I know Milton is younger than Lydia, but his emotional maturity is, oh my God, the way he spoke to Lydia and sort of explained himself and how he felt about Lydia handling her situation with Uche. I know he was uncomfortable. I even said it in my review that the way he said to Uche that I'll see you in the group was sort of dismissing him and telling him that on a personal level, you and I have nothing to do one another. We only are friends because we're in the pause together, but we're not best buds whereby you'd be texting me and I would be texting you back. No, that's not it. He said boundaries. So I like the fact that he's able to articulate himself. I know Lydia is very emotional, so she was upset by the fact that he told her that. But I would rather somebody be honest with me than somebody lie to me. So the fact that Milton was able to articulate that you need to, have a conversation with someone and be willing to move on. Shouting does not always equate getting your point across, and at times when you shout, people sort of block you out. They stop listening because they can't deal with the shouting. So I get where Milton is coming from, that you should have handled it better. I also get where Lydia was coming from, because Uche was triggering her and kept looking for things to say and do that he knew would invoke an emotion from Lydia and make her look crazy. So I like the fact that even when Lydia asked for space, Milton didn't stand up and run after her and say anything. No, he sat down and waited. And when she was good and ready, she came back to the table, sat down, and they still didn't say anything until she was ready to talk. So for me, oh my God, their communication is A+. And if they communicate like that, if they continue like that, if Lydia can sort of learn at least half of what, or if she can embody at least half of the emotional maturity that Milton brings to the table, she'll be amazing. I understand people do get upset. I understand people get riled up. But as Milton was saying, there's a way of dealing with the situation, and there's a time and a place. I think he's a young man who doesn't like drama, so he didn't like that bit, and he made his point known, and it was up to Lydia whether or not to take it. So I really love that about him. Anyway, it was a great episode. I will try and review episode 10 ASAP. In the meantime, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.